Dispatch, capture 6.
Our fuel levels below Oh my God.
As far as we can go. Barely can take a picture of his one too. Jesus Christ.
Don't hold me, Bill. That's the Florida Marine Patrol boat. Underneath all that stuff.
That way, dude.
Okay.
Around the corner.
Out here. Damn. Whoa. Boat's is gone. Jesus Christ.
What was that?
There it is, baby. Low tide. Ours is about the best looking one in here, but it's jamming. I'm afraid to go underneath it. I don't know if this building's going to hold up. Oh, this thing's going to stand up.
Out drive anyway. You know the only problem.
Is there anything wrong with it?
Oh well.
Oh, jeez, Bill.
Well. Damn.
You do?
I think that's it right there, I'm not sure.
Hard to say.
There's Dad talking to the police. So you might need to use the back light.
A wind did that, not a fly. No, Tammy, it flew. Okay, read my lips.
I watched it bounce, but maybe it did flew.
Right, Tammy? Tammy?
Well, the loop is just started. There'll be no stopping it, and they're not doing anything to stop it.
Well, that's what we got a security company on. Didn't want it 6 o'clock last night.
Yeah, but what if it comes back on?
I've got a security company here. He's here 24 hours a day. They're not allowed on the property or near the property. Huh.
You got using the back light now?
I don't know how to turn it on. Where is it?
It's the left button on the top. No.
Look at the big fridge back there.
Already in the back right.
Oh, you're
We can
taping.
get back there.
Yeah.
See it?
Okay.
What else? We came in, Susan, where a bunch of people came in with big crates and we took all the booze. We don't even know the booze. We go in, you have to go in around the driveway. We got no people, we like some people from.
That goddamn boat's over there. What's my job on the other side?
Shit, look at this. Look at this. This place is spotless.
So it is this, you know?
Of the weekend storm that killed 28 came as a surprise to many Floridians.
An amazing story of survival from the fishermen who weathered the storm in the ice.
From Tampa Bay's 10. This is 10 News at 6.
Boats thrown around like toys. Scenes of devastation are still evident in the Bay Area 2 days after the storm of the decade. Good evening, I'm Sue Zelenko.
And I'm Al Rochelle sitting in for Dave Wagner. Well, the storm of the decade was apparently the storm of surprise for many Floridians.
28 people were killed in the storm. The governor has advised lawmakers to prepare to look for $25 million of state money to match federal emergency grants. Now, here's some snapshots of how things looked around the Bay Area. In Tarpon Springs, westerlies blew into the harbor Friday night, piling more than a half dozen sponger and tour boats under this bridge at alternate US 19. Well, today, booms were inflated around the wreckage to keep spilled oil from spreading. Tomorrow, divers hope to begin trying to untangle that mess.
In Pinellas County, the storm stats are beginning to emerge. Emergency workers estimate the winds that hit Clearwater Beach to be at least 90 miles an hour. The highest tides were 6 feet above normal, and almost 900 homes sustained damage.
And in Pasco County, residents there spend another day picking up the pieces. This man brought out all his belongings to dry out in the sun today and then displayed a for sale sign. The hardest hit areas were along the coast. Some people were still trying to figure out how to float the boats that somehow wound up stranded in their backyard.
And in Hernando County, Governor Lawton Chiles toured storm-ravaged areas late today, hours after his staff blistered local emergency planners for not heeding early warnings issued Friday from Tallahassee.
Some people in Hernando County... Mark Douglas joins us now from Pine Island near Hernando Beach. Mark, what kind of warnings did the residents that live out there get?
So they heard the same warnings that the rest of us did, and one thing they did not hear is an order to evacuate. Now, to give you an idea how the storm hit this island, I'm standing in what used to be the dining room of this particular house on Pine Island. That's the roof over there, and that particular hole is where the residents got out alive, but only just barely. They owe their lives to cool heads, a lot of luck, and the United States Coast Guard.
And we're ready for the water level to come just peek and blow that hole right there, and we had our life jackets on, and we were able to get enough buoyancy to get up on the roof.
Early Saturday morning, Fred Bellett and his girlfriend thought they were going to die. It was that simple and that scary.
The Coast Guard plucked us off this thing, I'm telling you, just in the nick of time.
They'd listened to storm warnings most of the night, but no one told them to evacuate.
They just said the water would be a little higher. You know, the water was extremely higher.
The elderly residents in this house thought the danger had passed when the tide rushed in. They stood on a toilet for 5 hours in chest-deep water. Again, no one told them to evacuate.
They should have gone around door to door and have made everybody leave right then that night when they knew that this storm was coming in.
Governor Lawton Chiles toured the destruction in Hernando County and today landed in his own storm of controversy over emergency warnings and response. His staff says local planners didn't listen to state warnings, but Chiles is trying to stay out of the blame game.
No one said hurricane. We did say high seas, you know, and there was a lot of water surge and water damage. It's not a question of blaming anybody. It's a question of how we can keep something like this from happening.
And of course, it's too late for the residents of this house, once again, to demonstrate the power. This house, which is mostly behind the camera, used to sit on that foundation right over there. Now, the governor says he doesn't blame local governments for not ordering an evacuation. The sheriff today said it's up to people individually to use their own common sense in a storm of this nature, and he believes there was plenty of warning. Now, one thing that they have asked me to pass on from the emergency command post set up out here, they do need blankets out here tonight, so anybody that might have a blanket that could take that blanket to Hernando Beach, they would be most appreciative of that. There is no water out here as well. They do seem to have plenty of bottled water on hand, and right now it's just a massive cleanup effort for the hundreds of residents who are homeless tonight because of this storm all up and down this coast. Sue?
water levels at Hudson Avenue and Old Dixie Highway after the storm surge and most people have been evacuated out of their residences. You can see the depth of the water at this point that had actually transpired from all the flooding in this particular area. Most of the cars that were here, you've seen, were underwater. This is a backside shot of Port Hudson Marina. You can see where the wind has pulled a lot of the metal off of the building. This is a canal on Birch Street. This is one of the homes here, due to the storm surge, that actually got the wall of water that hit the residence. You can see where it's broken out the windows and knocked down a block wall. As you see here, this is remnants of what was their swimming pool. This is still in off of Birch Street. If you look here, you'll see these were where boats were actually setting here in this backyard. As you can see, we still have a boat setting in the yard here. This is still off of Birch Street. You can see the damage with the metal buildings, little utility sheds. This is a house that was up for sale, and there was 4 boats setting around this house here. So we pan over to the next house. You'll see where the water had broke into the lathing. This is just 2 houses down from the one I was just showing you, where you can see the boats that are still sitting in the yards. You can see where the damage was onto these boats, and you can see how some boats were placed nice and neat. And of course you can see the canal right here. We have homeowners, boat owners out here trying to get everything squared and secured at this time. This is Port Hudson Marina, to show you the devastation just on the outside of the building. And talking to the people from Port Hudson Marina, they had boats that were actually stacked 4 and 5 on top of one another. Side of the Port Hudson dry storage. And as you can see, when the wind whipped through here, it ripped numerous panels, loosened quite a bit of the metal building framework itself. As you can see here, still at Port Hudson Marina, where boats were actually and laying against dock pilings. This was the bar that was at Port Hudson Marina. And as you can see, where it lifted up, the little outside where patrons could sit, have a few drinks, socialize with friends. Go ahead, I'm listening, because all this...
It turned around. My boat turned around, came ashore here. My truck was parked over there. The water was breaking The water was actually breaking right at the windows on that trailer. A few of them went over the top of the trailer. Mac and I were standing here trying to keep our boats from getting any further ashore or doing any more damage. Literally had waves breaking over our heads. I was anchored right here with this rope on my boat. And the waves were literally breaking over our head right here. This west finger out here is completely submerged. National Weather Service said 2 to 4 foot seas over high tide. We had 8 foot seas right here. There's a crab trap that came ashore from out at sea in the front yard here.
Yeah, this is the canal that goes into Port Hudson Marina, right?
That's right. Port Hudson is just to the north. This is Homer Birch's peninsula. About 2 years ago, he took control of his own property. Just about 2 years ago. This there's about 6 acres in this piece. We have at least 9 boats that came out of the water, went ashore here, up to Burger King, literally in the parking lot. So those wooden slat traps.
And this is the Burger.
Were gone.
This is the Burger King that's at Hudson Avenue and US 19. And this was a solid block wall on the back of the building.
This was a solid block wall. You'll see an aluminum frame storm window that was in place in the middle. These waves came through here at least 4 foot high with about 3 foot of, literally breaking 3 foot on top of that. So National Weather Service forecast 2 to 4 foot above normal high tide. All right, a strong 70-mile-an-hour high tide will put the water not out of this seawall. I've been here for 5 years, I've seen 3 of them. This time it came for 700 miles in diameter. Now, it came off the continental United States. It had no eye. It had 105-mile-an-hour winds in it when it hit the Gulf of Mexico. They did not declare this a hurricane simply because it was not a hurricane. Technically, it wasn't a hurricane. In fact, it was a hurricane. The Virginia 2 was sitting right here on this west wall. This wooden boat took this truck, pushed it against that building, beat on it for 4 hours, and then moved over to the position it's in now. That's a steel boat beyond it, just west of the Virginia 2. The steel boat is in the water. It's a 30-foot solid steel hull. It came obviously washed ashore simply by high tide. The wind was actually pushing these boats off, slightly west-southwest. Bad stroke of luck, these boats wouldn't have been ashore. Standing right there going, lady, please get out of that building. These people are walking around.
This Ford Taurus was completely underwater.
The Taurus was parked parallel on the other side of the motorhome. It moved around here, did a couple of circles, and wound up where it is. My car literally came around the side of the mobile home and wound up sitting on the porch. There was a full 4 foot of water right here above where we're standing. All of these boats had a full 4 foot of water. Waves were breaking between 2 and 3 feet over top of the high tide. So we literally had 6 foot waves right here where we're standing, looking at these boats. Feet down the road. That's where it parked.
So the Vagabond that we're looking at straight ahead was setting in the North Canal.
We're setting to our left on the northwest side.
And
from
she
the direction
actually...
She moved over 700 feet. It was actually setting on the road under the telephone wires and electric wires. This boat directly ahead of us came out of the water when it was setting almost where it's setting now. They've obviously loaded it on a trailer since then, but it literally came out of the water to our right and was setting just about where it is now. The other two vessels down there are the smaller boats on trailers in the distance. One of them sunk next to that sailboat. The other one was more than 2 city blocks from where it's setting right now. It was literally down there on Rice Road. Is the original shrimp shack. Homer Birch built this, oh Lord, it goes back 45 years. He ran the original live bait shrimp business, you know, live bait fishing.
I never knew Dottie's last name.
I don't think I did. The pacemaker up there in that yard started right there. It came off that dock right there. The steel boat this is a steel boat. It was in the water right alongside there. The winds were basically trying to push it off the wall. The dock that's still in place now had that large 35-foot boat. 1,500 feet from where it started. That building together was the fact that there's dirt piled up in the front. See how the blocks, everything just disintegrated where there was no dirt piled up. The water was literally